Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
And now it's here. I am.
In the known universe, with all its endless wonder and power, there exists a select few who are widely agreed upon by those who calculate such things to be the mightiest beings in all of existence. However, there is something inside of these champions that you do not know. A secret truth that each of them carries in the darkest and most hidden parts of their soul. The fear, the certainty that they will lose. That someday, despite their strength and their courage, everyone and everything will die. And if you were to ask these gods, these avengers and destroyers, if they believe the marvelous universe of ours will arrive at that bloody and inevitable end, with a trembling voice and a heavy and honest heart, they would all tell you the exact same thing.
Conqueror, destroyer, madman, zealot. To describe Thanos in these terms is to recognize inevitability, to accept the danger of a single will imposing itself upon all of reality. Like tyrants throughout history, real and imagined, Thanos' philosophy rests on domination as proof of meaning. But Thanos Wins poses a far more unsettling question. What happens when the tyrant actually succeeds? A ruler's power is meaningless without people to rule. Fear requires witnesses. Glory requires memory. And conquest without resistance becomes sterile. If Thanos extinguishes all life to win the favor of Lady Death, who remains to kneel? Who remains to rebel? Who remains to remember? Victory, at that scale, does not echo. It goes silent. The story opens on Chitauri Prime, a world defined entirely by conquest. War is ritual. Violence is tradition. Even children are fed the frozen blood of slaughtered enemies to ensure the cycle continues. And Thanos destroys it in hours.
He had all but forgotten the Chitauri until he happened upon their planet 5 hours ago.
This is not triumph. It is boredom. Thanos doesn't plan, he doesn't savor. He conquers because conquest is all he knows, and it no longer satisfies. The silence of resistance has already begun to set in. Then, finally, something breaks that quiet. A presence peels through the cosmos.
Whatever this creature is that roars through the stars towards him, it reeks of death.
That presence is the cosmic Ghost Rider. Frank Castle, Spirit of Vengeance, former Herald of Galactus, and now
the black right hand of the final king.
The Rider doesn't arrive as an enemy. He arrives as an emissary, dragging Thanos through time itself toward the end of all things.
As his cosmic engines roar to life, the Infinity Stone in his skeletal fist begins to glow once more, and in but a blink of an eye, we are transported to the inevitable.
At the end of time, Thanos meets himself. An older Thanos, a crowned Thanos, a victorious Thanos, seated upon the skull of Galactus.
You've already won.
In the eyes of infinity, a beginning and an ending are almost entirely indiscernible. It is in this way of thinking that the universe as you know it ended the day Thanos was born.
This Thanos has defeated everyone. Avengers, X-Men, gods, Celestials.
The Phoenix burns, Galactus devours, the Watchers witness, the Celestials judge. Thanos lives, Thanos denies, Thanos wins.
And when it is over, he builds his throne.
From the bones of the Celestials, he built a temple to live out the remainder of his life in silence. Lord of Ash, King of Nothing, victorious, uncontested, and alone.
This is the thesis of Thanos Wins. Total victory leaves nothing behind, not even purpose, and not even death. Lady Death never comes. By extinguishing life, the king renders her irrelevant. There is nothing left for her to stalk, nothing left to claim. His greatest love is made obsolete by his success. Victory once again answers him with silence. Desperate to fill that void, King Thanos drags his younger self forward to help him destroy his last standing enemy, the solitary shred of sedition left to endow him with meaning, the Fallen One. Before that confrontation, Thanos is shown the cost of survival in a conquered universe by examining the story of the writer. Frank Castle serves the king not because he believes in him, but because war is all Frank has ever known. When Earth dies, Frank doesn't grieve.
I would give anything to punish that purple son of a bitch.
To which the universe replied,
Anything?
Lashing out, Castle deals to keep the dead piling up. This anti-heroic crusader adapts to his new reality, the only way he knows how, by keeping the war going. Castle becomes the Ghost Rider, then the Herald of Galactus, and finally, the King's Brute. Not because he is evil, but because his violence outlived its purpose. Deeper within the temple, Thanos meets another survivor, the Hulk. Bruce Banner is gone. What remains is a feral creature, collared and obedient, crouched atop a mound of bones, Thor, Wolverine among them. Hulk does not speak in sentences. He has silenced his mind to endure. Consciousness, memory, and humanity are liabilities in the King's universe. This is survival by reduction. Another silence. Then the temple explodes.
The Fallen One is here. Boy, you have never faced this foe. Not like this. The Fallen One is not a being, not a man. It is a title.
The Fallen One is Norrin Radd, the Silver Surfer, the last hero standing. But he is not heroic in the old sense. He wields Mjolnir. He commands annihilation. He does not plead or preach.
Worry not, Titan. If you wish to be with Mjolnir, I will leave it to mark your grave.
Moral purity has no function in a conquered universe. The Fallen One survives by becoming something colder, sharper, and more dangerous. He is fallen not through corruption, but through necessity, by silencing the morals that once guided him in the old world. The battle is epical, and when it ends,
There, at the end of time, the last spark of hope died in silence on a ruined earth. The Fallen One never begged or cried. The destroyers went about their work without speaking a word.
even in defeat, the Surfer refuses Thanos' recognition. Victory met with silence. Then, at last, death appears.
With the death of the Fallen One, there was death, dressed for a wedding.
But she will not enter the chapel. There is one thing left to kill.
We have given you everything that you wanted. There is nothing left to kill. What more could you... Oh. I have to kill you.
Only Thanos can end Thanos. They fight, not as enemies seeking victory, but as reflections of the same inevitable will.
Each Thanos taking a combined eternity of pain and sorrow out on themselves, dealing not in words or feelings, but in their shared language of blood.
Young Thanos wins, and then he stops. King Thanos did not fail. He succeeded completely. And that success stripped the universe of its ability to answer him. A ruler without subjects, a god without worshippers, a conqueror without opposition. Victory at that scale is sterile. To win everything is to be alone with it. For the first time in his existence, Thanos chooses denial over domination. Not mercy, not redemption, refusal. He disavows his future self.
I will not kill you, old man. I will never become you. I will erase you, one way or another.
The future begins to fade. King Thanos, broken and bloodied, crawls toward the only thing he has ever wanted. He offers death a black rose as reality unravels around them. And as the conquered universe dissipates, he asks the only question left.
What did Thanos do?
Death answers.